haven't showered.
Okay, so follow up to the seventh chord learning stuff. Okay, this is how Mick Goodrick did it in his book, The Almanac of Guitar Voice-Leading. Okay, so this is something he calls cycle 6. Schillinger would have called it cycle of a third. So Schillinger calls it by the descending interval, and Mick Goodrick calls it by the ascending interval. So here's something where you can go through the entire scale and learn and be playing every single seventh chord inversion that exists in the major scale. So say we start in the key of F. So we start with the root position, major 7 chord, and then you go to, descending a sixth or descending a third or ascending sixth. You're going to go to a 6th chord, and there's the closest place to play a 6th chord instead of going root position to root position, which doesn't have as good of voice leading. You find the closest one possible, and it's only going to move one note. It happens to move the note on the D string. Okay, so there's your first inversion of a 6th chord. Then you go to descend a third, go to a 4 chord, and the closest one is also only moving one note. It moves the one on the B string. And then when you go to a 2 chord, the closest one is this one, and it only moves on the G string. So altogether, you got this one, 1, 6, 4, 2. Okay, only one string moves at a time. So the order of strings moving is the D string, then the B string, then the G string. And then if you descend a third again, then you're on the 7 chord, and that's when the bass finally moves. So now you're here. Okay, so order of operations, D string moves, B string moves, G string moves, then finally the E string moves, and you're on the 7. You can keep going. So, and then you're on the 5 chord, and then B string moves, you're on the 3 chord, and then, did I do it right? Yeah, 3 chord.
And then you're on the 1 with the second inversion, right?
I should have said second. Yeah, and then, that's right. Yep. Third inversion, 1 chord. So that's like the first part. So 1, 6, 4, 2, 7, 5, 3, 1. Now, it doesn't really sound like a 1 chord just because that E is so dominating sounding, But anyway, it's theoretically the same notes as F major 7. It's F major 7 over E. Now look at the second part. So now we'll start with the third inversion of a 1 chord. And now the bass note starts moving down. Okay. And then first inversion of a 4 chord like that, and then second inversion of a 2 chord, and then third inversion of a 7 chord, and then root position of a 5 chord, first inversion of a 3 chord, second inversion of a 1 chord. So that's the same progression.
Are you on the third line right there? Sorry, I just wanted to
clarify. That was the second line.
Okay, that was the second line.
So,
okay,
so here, so third inversion of 1 chord, and then a 6, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion, root position, first inversion. Okay, and then we're going to go to the third line down, and so we'll do the same progression, but starting with this inversion, the second inversion, and then it's going to go like that. Okay, and then finally we'll do the same thing, but starting with the first inversion. So a 1 chord.
And now we're on the 4th line.
That's right. We're on the 4th line.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm following this properly.
Cool. So yeah, root 1 chord, first inversion. A 6 chord, second inversion. A third inversion, 4 chord. Root position, 2 chord. First inversion, 7 chord. Second inversion, 5 chord. Third inversion, 3 chord, and finally we get back to home again. Okay, So let me do it all together so you can kind of rewind it and follow me. So. Okay.
I was about to ask you. I was like, "Where's that final note at?"
All right. Well, hopefully that helps.